If I am indeed, as the judiciary convicted me as, the big bad sex offender, then by law and rights, the police and criminal justice social work should be mandatorily involved in my life. So, why is it that I've not only told criminal justice to stay the fuck away from me from now on, and I've not been arrested? Why is it that I am now 2 monitoring appointments from the police overdue? Why is it that on the 14th or 15th of February, I threatened to break the knees backwards of DC Ian Brown's superior officer, a piece of shit that I've aptly named Ginger Tosser, the man that in this very sitting room vaporised my international God-given rights on the 13th of November 2024. Now, on that day in November, poor Ian Brown, DC Brown, up to that point, well, slightly after that point, I thought he was corrupt, but he's unfortunately the most honest person in that scheming nest of vipers. He knows how not guilty or slash innocent I am. But on that day, there is still 2 comments, one for Ian and one coming back from Ginger Tosser, that still reverberate through my skull and will continue to until I locate the Ring doorbell video recording of that happening. And that's when I explained to Ginger Tosser that this is when I thought he was Ian's junior. I explained to him that he maybe needed to learn his job better because he didn't know what he was talking about. And then I went full avoidance for him to de-escalate the situation. And the next words that came out of Ginger Tosser's mouth was, and this was aimed at Ian, "Is he right?" And poor Ian couldn't even look past his paperwork. And he said, "Yes, he's right." From that point onwards, I knew I was dealing with corrupt police. And now, systemically corrupt police. But by rights, by law, both the police and criminal justice are meant to be involved in my life up till midnight on the 16th of September. So why have they all pulled away for the sinking ship? Is it because the conviction is not valid? I put it to you all that that is very right. Look, I'm not saying I'm innocent. Far from. By every known law of physics, that is absolutely impossible. But it certainly wasn't me that did that, and I can't even remember doing so. It was one of the other versions of me behind me, one of the other manifested identities that sprung up from somewhere in the region of 15,000 to 25,000 instances of sexual abuse, rape, and phallic object torture perpetrated against me from almost around about age 4 to almost age 15. It's no wonder lots of other personalities and identities manifested as time's gone on, and are still manifesting, because still to date I'm getting no help with fuck all. I've had to go private with my health care in order to get help the way I should have been getting help all the way along. And more importantly, to force the Shetland Health Board to handing over what probably little or none of my medical records they've managed to recover with data recovery software. And comes 8 hours time, at 8 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to take myself to Borough Road and I'm going to start playing hundreds of recordings and broadcasting hundreds of recordings that's going to decimate Shetland NHS. It's going to decimate the Shetland Health Board. For what they've done to me, I really don't give two fucking hoots. I quite frankly, even though I can't remember doing what I was convicted for, I feel like a piece of shit that doesn't deserve to live. I'm doing this for all the rest of you poor buggers that have faced them in the past and lost when you shouldn't have, and to prevent it from ever happening to people in the future. So that when even if I do survive what's meant to be another sort of 8 and a bit years of life, at least when I'm gone, at least Shetland, hopefully further afield, but at least Shetland will be left in a better position for you all. At least then I know my life stood for something. And what I gave up to protect all of you that think so badly of me and have abandoned me, even if I was just autistic, to be so isolated, so alone, so not guilty, and be so desperate. It makes me absolutely disgusted to call myself a human being if you're all the quality of what it is to be human.